Good morning and welcome to Fried Ranch. Today it's all about getting my warm season grass the nutrients and the feeding that it needs. So to be a good cattle farmer, cattle rancher, you got to take care of the grass. And so today, picking up fertilizer so that I can get out to my South Pasture and fertilize it. I want to make certain that my South Pasture, which is about 50 acres, has enough grass this summer to feed my herd. Of course, I always do rotational grazing. I move my cattle from one pasture to the next. But the way I plan my pastures and my forage plan is I have my South Pasture designated for warm season grasses, and then I have my North Pasture designated for the winter. And so a few months back, you would have watched a video where I was out fertilizing and planting seeds in the North Pasture when it was time to prepare that pasture for a winter ryegrass. But today, it's all about focusing on the coastal. We'll get that pasture fertilized with 70 pounds of nitrogen per acre, and that should do the trick. And I'll keep my rotational grazing to make certain that the cattle get the grass and the forage that they need, get the right balance, and with that, of course, the mama cows get to take care of their calves. And we are just about finished. Look at them go. So they're currently on the South Pasture. This is where I'm going to fertilize. So I'm going to make my way over, get to the other side, open the gate, and move them to the North Pasture so that they'll get out of my way and won't interfere with what I got going on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, that was Coco. Let me move this out your way. So now I have to set the buggy to put out 70 pounds of nitrogen per acre. Every buggy is different, and so I have to follow the instructions of this fertilizer company on how to set this buggy. The next thing that I'm doing differently this time is I hook the buggy up to my tractor, and also this time I have a nice little GPS app that'll tell me exactly where I'm spreading my fertilizer. I'll do a 30-foot wide spread, but it'll help me to make certain that I don't get too much fertilizer overlapping on the property, and then I can make certain that I get it exactly where I need it to go. So I hit the smaller pasture first, and now I'm headed over to the South Pasture to knock it out. So I'll get to apply multiple applications of fertilizer this year. I'm applying it now so that my coastal grass can begin to grow, and I want it to outcompete my winter ryegrass. I tried to wait until the temperature was right. That way I have a better chance of nourishing the coastal as opposed to the rye. My next application will be in July or 1st of August. My goal there is to begin to stockpile forage. So stockpiling forage means letting pasture grasses grow during the growing season and then leaving them ungrazed so you can graze them later, typically in the winter when fresh grass is scarce. I didn't know about this technique last year. Last year I cut hay, but this year I'm not doing any hay cutting, and I'm just going to stockpile the forage. I'll have to move my cattle off of this pasture and onto the North Pasture so that the grass here on the South Pasture can grow, and I'll have more grass to feed them during the cold months and less hay to feed them, which will save me money on hay. So this is my South Pasture. As you can see, the grass is pretty short. I had my cattle on this pasture for a long time so that they could graze down the ryegrass, which is exactly what I wanted them to do, which is what I needed them to do. So now the fertilizer will be applied mostly to the coastal. So just what I needed, a tree branch to fall on my brand new fence. So I needed to stop real quick just to get this tree branch off my fence. I tried to clean up my fence line as much as possible. We cleared a good number of trees off this fence line when we built the fence, but I can't stop can't stop the trees from dying. Put out all the fertilizer. So now I need to let out my yearling heifers. I'm going to put them out into the North Pasture with the rest of the herd. In a few weeks, it'll be breeding season. And so I just want to get them acclimated back with the herd. They've been separated from the herd since I weaned them last year. So now they get back in the group. I had a bad experience doing this last year. Last year I had a heifer that wasn't mature, and she decided that she still wanted to nurse one of the cows that was nursing a little calf. So I'm praying and hoping that doesn't happen this year. Ideally, if you got a bunch of grass and you got more space, ideally you don't want to put your heifers out in the pasture with your mature cow herd. You can do it. People do it all the time. I do it all the time. One of the downsides of that is you have a heifer that isn't mature, and she may nurse one of the mature cows. And so ideally, you want to put them in their own pasture, get them bred, allow them to calve, and then after they have a calf, put them out to the mature out in the pasture with the mature calves. Look at Miss Big Rock doing a happy dance. I guess she's a little bit excited to be back out in the big pasture. Check her out.
turkey or duck.
Or duck, yeah.
So I put the 5 heifers, open that gate so they can come over here.
They're not over here being jumped. But I hope they're not over here being jumped.
Right. That's one of them.
All over here. What y'all over here doing?
Trying to eat grass. Hold on right here.
Are y'all eating grass? Can we turn it off?
Yeah.
Are y'all over there eating grass? Good boy.
Make
Ready to run. Show him you a big bull, Sam. Show him you a bull. Oh, look at you bull activity back. Show him you a bull now. That's right. Time to get back.
Hey, Coco. Hey, Coco. Hey, Bella. It's 318 that's getting mounted, and then 468. Miss Lucy tried to mount her.
Thanks for watching. We got the fertilizer put down. We got the yearling heifers out with mature cow herd, and we got to watch the babies play a little bit, at least do a little socializing. With that, please click like, click subscribe. Have a good one.